Hare Krishna, Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Shri Nam Perumal ki jai. Hare Krishna. So today, with the blessings of Nam Perumal, we will discuss some pastimes of SriRangam and his Ranganath's devotees. So today we are going to speak about Koores. And the other day we spoke about how Ranganathji sent prasadam to Kooresha's house. So today another one pastime, another one incident, historical incident happened in SriRangam that we will discuss today. So in SriRangam, Ramanujacharya was an Acharya of Sri Sampradaya. At the time, Kooresha and Dasharathi and many other devotees, they are all following Ramanujacharya, they are serving Ramanujacharya. At the time, the whole Tamil Nadu, South India, everywhere they are becoming devotees. Everywhere the Vaishnavism was spreading everywhere. So Ramanujacharya's causeless mercy, all the innocent people, villagers, everybody's, they are becoming initiated devotees. So at that time, there was one Shaiva king. He is known as Krimikanda Chola. Actually, Kulotunga Chola. In the Chola dynasty, there were some of them are Vaishnavites and some of them are Shaivites, like that. So there was one king, Kulotunga Chola II. He was very strong Shaivite. He was a demonic person, not a Shiva devotee. He was a demonic person. So he was breaking all Vishnu temples and he was converting them to Shiva temple. So even in our Chaitanya Charitamrita, when we read about Srila Prabhupada's purport, many places Prabhupada told that this temple is actually a Vishnu temple. Later it was converted into Shiva temple, like that. So Prabhupada knows all those details. Even there is a temple in Panaikudi temple near Tirunelveli. In Chaitanya Charitamrita it is mentioned that Panakadi, like that. And another one temple called Budapandi. These are the places, actually they are Vishnu temple. Later they were converted into Shiva temple. This Panaikudi temple, it was a Rama temple. Later it became a Rama Linga Swami temple. Now it is Rama Linga, it's a Shiva Linga. So in this way, this Kulotunga, he was breaking many temples and he was breaking all the deities and he is installing there with Shiva Lingas. So then he was kept on converting the people into Shaiva. At that time there is no Muslim or Christian, there is only Shaiva and Vaishnava, only two were there. So he was doing like that. That time one of the disciple of Koores, his name is Chadurgram, Naluran, he was the minister of that king. So he told, why my dear king you are struggling so much to convert all the people? You just do one thing, you just take the Ramanuja, he is the leader of all the Vaishnava, just make him a Shaiva, then whole world will become automatically Shaiva. He gave this idea. Then the king immediately sent the army to call Ramanujacharya. Then that message came to Kooresh. Kooresh was little elder than Ramanujacharya. The messengers came to, the messengers are coming to SriRangam. Meanwhile Kooresha came to know about this. Then Kooresha, he went to Ramanujacharya, he ran and went to Ramanujacharya and told, my dear Guru Maharaj, the Kulotunga's army is coming, they are going to kill you, they have planned to kill you. So before that you kindly leave from SriRangam. So Ramanujacharya told, if it is a desire of Ranganath, then I will die. Whatever, let me face that, I don't worry about that. Then Kooresha told, my dear Guru Maharaj, it is the duty of the disciple to protect the spiritual master's body. So spiritual master can protect the soul of the disciple, but the disciple should protect the spiritual master's body. So in this way Kooresh told Ramanujacharya, kindly please go away from SriRangam, don't stay in SriRangam. Saying that Kooresh also requested to give his saffron cloth for him, and he gave the white cloth to Ramanujacharya to save Ramanujacharya. Then Ramanacharya, when all the disciples are requested, he wore the white dress. Then he, along with Dasharathi and other devotees, he went to forest, and then they went to Melukote. So by the time Koresha, he wore the white dress, and Koresha said himself to Ramanujacharya. And by the time the army came, they asked who is Ramanuja. And Koresha told, I am Ramanuja. He is wearing saffron dress and the Tridanta. So Koresha was taken to the king. So just like that, even in our Gaudiya Sampradaya, our Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur Maharaj, his time also, there were the Smartha Brahmins where they are trying to kill Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur. Then Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur also, in the same way, one of his disciples gave the white cloth to him, and he took the saffron dress and he diverted them. So in this way, Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur was saved. So eternally the demons are always attacking the devotees, and Krishna is protecting them. So in this way, Koresha was from Srirangam, he went to the king. So along with Koresh, that time the Mahapurna, because in Srirangam you can see in the east Chittirai street, Koresha's house and Mahapurna's house, both are opposite houses, even now. So when Koresha started to go to the king, Mahapurna is a very old man, along with him, his daughter Aturai, they also joined to meet with the king. So when they went to the king told, aha, you are the Ramanuja, you are the one spreading everywhere the Sri Vaishnavism. So now I order you that you should accept that Shiva is the Supreme Lord. You should accept it. Then Koresha told, according to the Shastra, we can get so many proofs that among the three Murtis, one among them he raised the feet, the another one washed that feet with water, the another one carried that water in that head. Who raised the feet? It is Vamana, the Vishnu Murti. When Vishnu Murti he raised the feet, the Brahmaji with his Kamandalu he washed the feet of Vamana. That feet washed water fell as Ganga. That was accepted by Lord Shiva in his head. So in this story we can understand who is the Supreme, like that. With very many evidences Koresh quoted. But this Shaivite king, he became very angry. He was very envious fellow. He doesn't want to hear the Shastric references and all. He just simply want that Shiva should be the Supreme, like that. He forced Koresha, you should write and sign that Shiva is the Supreme, and sign that. Then Koresha, he wrote that Shivat Parataram Nasti, like that something. For that Koresha wrote, there is a husk. In husk is called husk. The Shivam is Dronam. Husk is called in Sanskrit called Dronam. So this Dronam is better than Shiva. Like that, very sarcastically, like a joking way, the Shivam is better than Dronam. It's like a measuring thing. So in that way, he just wrote and sarcastically wrote and gave signature. The king became outraged with full angry. King told, immediately pluck out those two people's eyes. They are so arrogant. So pluck out their eyes, the king ordered. Immediately the king's persons came with rods to pluck the eyes of Koresha. So Koresha was totally fearless. He was totally meditating on Ranganath and Ramanujacharya. He told, Hare, why you have to remove my eyes? I myself, I will pluck my eyes. Saying that Koresha himself, he just plucked out his own eyes. He just plucked out and threw the eyes. Then the others came and they plucked out the eyes of Mahapurna. Such a cruel king, such a demons. Just like nowadays we see the demons, they kill devotees. So just like that, those days the demons, they did like that. Then Mahapurna and Koresha, both of them, they lost the eyes. They were walking towards Srirangam. Meanwhile, due to Mahapurna's old age, Mahapurna's eyes was bleeding. He was like almost dying condition. Then Koresha told, okay, let us go fastly to Srirangam, then leave our body in Srirangam. Then anyone leaves the body in Srirangam, they will go back to Vaikuntha. Then Mahapurna told, that is not necessary for a Vaishnava. So in order to show that example, a Vaishnava, any place, if he die, it doesn't matter, he can go back to Vaikuntha. Because of his chanting, he surrendered devotee. Saying that Mahapurna, he just meditated on his Guru Yamunacharya. He just sat on the lap, he just put his head on the lap of Koresh and meditating on Namparmal. He just left the body on the way itself, Mahapurna. Then Kuresha and the others, they did the final ceremony for Mahapurna. Mahapurna went back to Vaikuntha. Then Kuresha came back to Srirangam. Then Kuresha came back to Srirangam. By this time, this message was sent to Ramanujacharya in Melukote. So Ramanujacharya, he was going to the Narsinghadev temple. Then at the time, this Krimikanda Chola, he is coming to Srirangam. He want to break the Ranganathji's temple and he want to put Shivalinga there. He did that in Chidambaram. In Chidambaram, still now there is a place called Chidambaram. Mahaprabhu also visited in Chaitanya Charitamrita. That sloga is there. Pitambara Shiva Deki, like that. The Chidambaram temple, there was a beautiful deity of Govindaraj. It is a Divya Desham. This Shiva, the Shaivite king, he just taken out the deity and just throw it into ocean. Then he installed Shivalinga there. That time the Utsav Murti was one of the Devadasi lady. She took the Utsav Murti by talking very sweetly to the king and attracting the king. Somehow he protected the Utsav Murti and sent it in a bullock cart to Tirupati to protect the deity. So that deity, that Chidambaram, there was a Govindaraj deity. That deity, so one Divya Desham was lost. Therefore, Ramanujacharya later, on behalf of that Govindaraj, he installed along with the Utsav Murti in Tirupati, he installed a deity of Govindaraj. That's why in Tirupati, if you go near to the railway station, there is a Govindaraj temple. That is actually because here one Divya Desham was lost by this king. So Ramanujacharya re-established that Divya Desham in Tirupati, Govindaraj temple. So in this way, this Chola king, he was attacking different temple with a huge army. He is coming to Srirangam to break the temple. Just like our Govindji temple was broken by Aurangzeb. Like that, those days the demons were in the Shaiva king, in the name of Shaiva kings. They are demons actually. They are not really devotees of Shiva. Then he was coming to attack the Srirangam temple. This message came to Ramanujacharya in Melukote. Ramanujacharya, he just took some sand from the mud and prayed to Narsinghdeva and told, let that Kulotunga, let his neck be beaten by the worms and die. He cursed. Out of so much angry Ramanujacharya became, because he took away the eyes of his own disciple. He already killed so many devotees. He took the Govindaraj deity into ocean. He now trying to attack Namparmal in Srirangam. So therefore Ramanujacharya told, let him die with cancer. Then when Ramanujacharya cursed, immediately at that moment, this Krimikanda Chola, he was coming towards Srirangam on that night. In some small insect case, some krimi, some insect, some worms bite in his necks. Then it became like a cancer. It grown very big. Krimikanda. Kanda means snake. Krimi means the insects, the worms. So the worms eaten all the kanda neck of that king. That king died there only. Therefore he got the name Krimikanda Chola. Therefore, by the mercy of Ramanujacharya, Srirangam was saved because the king could not come. But the Kuresha, he lost eyes. So Kuresha, once he tried to enter into the Ranganathji's temple, then the temple, the security guards, they are not allowing Kuresha inside. They are saying that no, anyone connected to Ramanujacharya was not allowed into the Srirangam temple. Then another security told, although Ramanujacharya's followers are not allowed to enter the temple, but this Kuresha is a very nice person. We can allow him. Like that one person told. Then Kuresha told, if the Ramanujacharya's servants are not allowed, followers are not allowed, I am a strong follower of Ramanujacharya, then I don't want such a lord for me. Saying that he rejected the darshan and he went to Madurai called Rishabhatri Parvada, Kallalagar Kovil. Then when Krimikanda died, the Srirangam, everything was very peaceful. Then at that time, after 12 years, Ramanujacharya came back to Srirangam. When he came back to Srirangam, he met Kuresha first. Then Ramacharya told her, Kuresha, why should we worry? We have our merciful Lord. Varadaraj is the king of bestowing all the benedictions. Now you go to Kanchipuram, and because Ramacharya is very dear to Varadaraj, Varadaraj is like that, anything you ask he will give you. Particularly his purpose was that. So Ramacharya told, hey Kuresha, you go and glorify the Varadaraj to get your eyes. Then Kuresha went to Kanchipuram, to totally selfless person. He glorified Varadaraj in a Varadaraj Stavam. After so much glorification, Varadaraj asked, hey Kuresha, what do you want? Kuresha told, my dear Lord, I don't want anything. Kuresha could not ask, so much selflessness. Then he came back again, then Ramacharya chastised him, you should ask for a eyes. Then Kuresha went for the second time, he glorified. Then Varadaraj asked, what do you want? My dear Lord, he told, I want to see you, for that you give me eyes. A spiritual eyes. I don't want to see anything in this material world. I want eyes by which I can, the eternal associates of the Lord, devotees in Vaikuntha, how they will see you. Like that spiritual eyes you give me. Then Kuresh could see the deities and his Guru Maharaj Ramanacharya, nothing else. Then Ramanacharya, third time he personally went with Kuresh, and he also together they prayed for the normal eyes. Then with the blessings of Ramanujacharya and the Varadaraj, Kuresha again got the eyes back. Sri Varadaraj Bhagavan ki jai. Then when Kuresha came to Srirangam, Ramanacharya also came to Srirangam. That time Ranganaji, Damparmal felt very bad. Damparmal asked, hey Ramanuja, you went through so many difficulties, no? Like that. Actually, before this Krimikanda, there is also a story in the scripture. Actually, the Ramanujacharya was spreading everywhere the Vaishnavism, all the people are becoming devotees. Then the creation is totally going to stop. Then the Lord created the Kalipurusha as a Krimikanda. Krimikanda, Lord sent itself. Lord created just to maintain this material world itself. There is also one story like that, Krimikandolpati. Because of the, like that only Krimikanda was created itself. Then Ramparmal asked actually, Ramanuja, you felt so many difficulties he went through, no? Like that. Then Ramacharya told, my dear Lord, when you are there as Ramparmal, what difficulties I have? Like that he said. Then saying that, Ramacharya in this way happily spend his time in preaching and spreading the Vaishnava messages. Sripad Ramanujacharya ki jai, Shri Ramparmal ki jai, Kuresh ki jai.